For those of you who do not know me, I am Anna Geed. I am the owner of Nurturing Nature Massage. Steph is my silent partner. I wouldn't say it's too silent, but we've been partners for 3 years. I am a licensed massage therapist, have been for 7 years. I'm also a certified craniosacral therapist, and I am a certified health and life coach. So that gives me the freedom to help you guys with nutrition and a few other things. So today my talk is going to primarily be on the nutrition side because I'm the one who's certified to do it. I will start off today with the human body has more than 600 muscles. The neck alone has 26 muscles. They provide head movement, so every different direction, stabilization of the upper body, swallowing, and what most of you don't know, they help to elevate the rib cage when you breathe. So they actually work in conjunction with other parts, plus many more things that they do. The shoulder has 20 muscles just in the rotation portion. So just allowing it to turn and rotate, there's 20 muscles. Plus, there's ligaments, tendons, blood vessels, and nerves. And as massage therapists and personal trainers, we have to be very cautious of all of this, and we have to work all of it. So every movement requires a contraction and a shortening of a muscle and the lengthening and stretching of a muscle. Every movement, whether it is a simple little blink, you're even having movement. So some movements require multiple muscles. Actually, most movements require multiple muscles. So the reason I'm going through the contraction and the shortening is most people don't realize our bodies do this. So we have muscles that need to contract to do every movement. So when you contract, all of these contract or shorten. All of these have to lengthen or stretch. And then to get it to go back, they have to do the opposite. So you have muscles that have to work together to make just about everything we do. Voluntarily, involuntarily, your muscle is the same way. Your heart is the same way. It has to contract all day long. Well, it has muscles that have to do both. So that we're going to be talking about those terms quite a bit tonight. Every movement has a primary muscle and it has assisting muscles. There's fancier words, but those are the two I always use. So when a primary muscle becomes injured, it puts itself into protection mode because it thinks it's going to be injured, your assisting muscles all go into doing the movement, which puts them under stress and makes them very angry. So you have to remember that as you're doing all of this, contractions and stretching it's what we do, everything we do. So when you're doing contractions, your body needs the proper nutrients to do this. If we don't consume the proper nutrients, then optimally, our muscles won't do what it needs to do. It also helps speed up the recovery of an injured muscle. Even if it's one fiber, if you're not giving your body the right nutrients, it's not going to heal. So today I'm giving you a list of different items that you have to have daily to make your muscles operate properly. Carbohydrates. This is the big zing in this world. Low carbs, low carbs, low carbs. Carbohydrates are a macronutrient needed by our muscles. The recommended daily intake for carbs is about 130 calories for the average person per day. So to get those types of nutrients, you need to include foods like fruits, non-starchy vegetables, leafy greens, tuberous root vegetables such as sweet potatoes or yams, whole grains like quinoa and brown rice, yogurt, whole wheat pasta, whole grain bread, and legumes. Potassium and sodium are electrolytes, minerals that play critical roles in how our body balances fluid, the nerve signals that tell our muscles what to do. And to get those nutrients, you need to eat items like raisins, salted nuts, peanut butter, apricots, and oranges. Another critical mineral that you need to have is magnesium. Magnesium is critical for the muscular and the cardiovascular system. It also aids very highly in muscle contraction. So you can find these in again, whole grains, leafy greens, almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, avocado, beans, and 3 fish, salmon, halibut, mackerel, seeds, and nuts. Garlic is another key one. On average, men should have about 410 milligrams per day, and women should have 315 milligrams of magnesium per day to keep all of this running properly. Iron is another mineral. Of course, most of you understand this, but a lack of iron will cause you to feel tired and weak, and your muscles will not work properly. Animal meats have a high iron content, but you have to make sure you're staying lean. For those of you who are vegan and vegetarian, spinach, lentils, kidney beans, brown rice, dried apricots, and our favorite, sardines. However, if you don't combine this with vitamin C, you will not absorb any iron. So you have to pair the two together or you will not absorb it. So good sources of vitamin C besides citrus fruit is green peppers, broccoli, and black currants. Water. You guys see me talk about water all the time. It is vitally important to our muscles, besides the fact that 70% of our body is made up of water. A lack of water can lead to muscle fatigue, poor coordination, and cramps. So you must consume half of your body weight in ounces of water. So some of you are tired of hearing this. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you should consume 75 ounces or about 4 bottles of water in a day. If you're highly exercising, then more. But that is the basic, give you a statistic for it. Lean protein, and I've talked to a few of you about this. Lean protein is also an important macronutrient because it's composed of amino acids. Amino acids are either essential or non-essential. Essential amino acids need to be consumed because our body does not make them. Foods that contain these are animal meat, milk, yogurt, cheese, and cottage cheese, as well as eggs. And you will also see a lot of people, especially sports people, do whey protein powder as a shake because it's the fastest absorption. Other nutrients and vitamins needed for your muscles are calcium for the muscle contractions and energy metabolism. Other sources besides your dairy products and cheese is almonds, sesame seeds, again, sardines, and yogurt. Biotin is another very popular one. This one you need to have to convert your carbs and fats into energy. Plus it gives you healthy hair and skin. So good sources of that one are peanut butter, oats, egg yolks, hazelnuts, and almonds. Selenium is an essential trace mineral needed for several different functions in our body besides just our muscles. A good source for that one is fresh tuna, sunflower seeds, or Brazilian nuts. Omega-3s. Omega-3s is an essential fatty acid we cannot make either. We must consume it. And most Americans are deficient in omega-3s. A good source for your omega-3s are Brazil nuts, flaxseed oil, salmon, mackerel, and walnuts. Vitamin D, which you all know, we live in Wisconsin. Vitamin D you need to have, but we also need that vitamin D to help you consume the calcium. And both of them are essential for muscle contractions. So you can get that from oily fish, olive oil, eggs, yogurt, and sunflower seeds. 3 more to go, guys, and then I'm done listing. Riboflavin, also known as vitamin B12. This is essential for the brain and muscles to communicate. It helps with all the communication so that we have effective muscle growth and coordination. So most people don't realize that that's one thing besides energy. Everybody says B12 for energy. But we need that for the brain to communicate and tell everything what to do. So good sources of that are eggs, meat, spinach, milk, offal, and marmite. Copper is a trace mineral that protects the cardiovascular system, the nervous system, and the skeletal system. The big key thing for us is it strengthens tendons. So tendons and ligaments are very important in our massage world, and so we have to pay a lot of attention to those. Sources for this one is peanuts, sardines in tomato sauce, crab, and sunflower seeds. So the last one I'm going to list today is zinc. Zinc enables your body to produce muscle-building testosterone. Yes, we all need it, not just the men. It helps promote the recovery of your muscles when they're damaged. And zinc goes on and on and on. Sources of zinc are red meat, eggs, pumpkin seeds, and cheese. So most of us do not eat these foods on a regular basis. And when we do eat them, we don't eat them enough. So these are the vital nutrients for our muscles. That whole list I just gave you are all vital for our muscles to work properly. So when we do not eat these, we need to do vitamins and supplements. But the trick with vitamins and supplements is you have to have a good quality one that our body can actually absorb. So if we don't do this, we don't actually fuel our body correctly. And if you don't have the right brand that works for your body, you're just throwing your money away.
For a free assessment tool to determine what you personally need for supplements, text 715-271-6663. The words assessment, please, with your name and email. A response will be sent with a link and follow-up to explain and compare what vitamins and supplements you are currently taking.